there are 10 Kobo secrets that will completely change how you read. Some of these are hidden deep enough within the settings that even if you've owned a Kobo for a year or more, you might never have heard of them. Others are unlocked with a simple gesture. As someone who loves e-readers, I've been spending serious time with the Kobo range, and these are the 10 features that I wish I'd known about sooner. And if you stay until secret number 10, I'll show you the feature that's added reading time to my day without having to change a single habit. Let's dive into it. Secret number 1, and this is perfect if you're someone who's looking to improve your vocabulary when you read. Because on a Kobo, when you look up the definition of a word, you can save it to a feature called My Words. To activate this feature, you'll need to go to the More tab and turn on My Words in beta features. When you click on the definition for a word, you can save it into a personal vocabulary list. You can access your saved words from the activity section later. Each entry shows you the word and the definition. You can see where you added the word from and view this in the book. If you read non-fiction regularly, or anything where the words or language is unfamiliar, this is a great feature to know about. It turns passive reading into something that actively builds your vocabulary list. If you haven't already, then start building your My Words list from today. Secret number 2 is quick, but once you know about it, you'll use it regularly. Because on a Kobo, you don't have to open any menus to adjust your brightness. While you're reading, swipe up or down on the left edge of the screen. The brightness adjusts in real time as you swipe. No toolbar, no menu, no interruption to your reading. On most e-readers, you have to open up a new menu to adjust the brightness. This removes all of that. It's a change that saves you a small amount of time repeatedly, and you'll notice it especially when you change reading environments. It's a hack worth knowing about. Secret number 3 is something you should know about if you love to read before bed and in the evenings. Because you can turn on dark mode, which inverts your display so that instead of black text on a white background, you can have white text on a black background. The benefit is reduced eye strain in low light conditions. A bright white screen in a dark room is genuinely harder on your eyes over a long reading session, and dark mode addresses that directly. Combined with the warm light setting, it makes reading before bed significantly more comfortable. Whether you prefer dark mode is a completely personal choice. Some people might find that they actually prefer black text on a white background at all times of day and just simply adjusting their brightness and warmth level that suits them. But because of how easy this feature is to change, I would definitely recommend switching to dark mode for one evening to see how you get on with it. If it's not for you, you can always change back. Secret number 4, and for me, this is a pro for e-readers over physical books. Every single book you read on your Kobo is presented how you want it, not how the publishers decided. Tap the chapter information at the top of the screen while you're reading to bring up your reading settings. From here, you can change the typeface, the font size, the line spacing, and the margins. The right combination is completely personal. Some people want large text with generous line spacing, others want something closer to a physical paperback. You decide though, and the setting applies to every book you read going forward. If you've never changed these settings from the default, I'd recommend spending 5 minutes just adjusting the different settings to find what works for you. I guarantee you that once you've found these, it will make your reading experience on your Kobo so much more comfortable. Secret number 5 is a small one, but it's one of those features that will make a difference once you've found it. Because when you're reading on your Kobo, your device will display information at the top and the bottom of your screen, and you're able to adjust what shows on both. Some people want to see how much time is left in the chapter so they know whether to stop or keep going. Others might find that information distracting and want a completely clean reading view. The header and footer settings let you choose precisely what information sits at the edges of your screen or turn it off entirely. I like to show time left in chapter and time left in book on my header and footer. As much as I do love to keep things minimal and try and focus on the book, I do find this information helpful, and often I'm able to decide whether I have time to read that extra bit of my book before going to bed or before moving on to something else. But play around with these and find what header and footer works best for your display. Secret number 6, as your Kobo library grows, finding your next read can become overwhelming. Collections is the answer to this, by allowing you to organize your books into groups. You can create a collection for anything: books you want to read next, books you're currently working through, books from a specific genre, anything that makes sense for how your mind organizes things. I have one called Read Next, which are my choices for what I've already decided I want to read. So when I finish something, I go straight to that collection rather than scrolling through hundreds of titles wondering what to start. Making collections on your Kobo is such a great way to organize your books so you know exactly where things are. I definitely recommend as well starting a Read Next collection, because for me, I found that it reduces any friction between finishing a book and starting a new one, which just means that I end up reading more. The next two secrets come from connecting your Kobo to a computer using a USB cable. Most people never do this and don't know what becomes available when you do. When your Kobo is connected via USB, it appears as a drive on your computer. From there, you can drag documents directly into it: PDFs, ebooks, anything you want to read on the device. If you have the Calibre app on your computer, it is worth knowing about this as a tool for converting between file formats. So if you have a file that isn't in a format the Kobo reads natively, Calibre can actually convert it before you transfer it across. I won't go too deep on Calibre in this video, but it is worth looking into further if you're someone who reads a lot of files from different sources. But even without Calibre, you can still transfer those files directly from your PC onto your Kobo. While your Kobo is connected to your PC, you can also add custom fonts to your device. Your Kobo has a fonts folder in its directory. Download any font you like from Google Fonts. It's free and has hundreds of options. Save the TTF file and drag it into the fonts folder. Eject your Kobo safely, and that font will now appear in your reading settings alongside all the default options. If none of the default Kobo fonts are right for you, this is the fix to that. One file, one folder, done. Secret number 9. And this is one of those simple gestures that I asked myself how I missed, because I didn't know about it for a long time. But when you're reading, you can simply swipe down for your recently opened files and books. It's the fastest way to get back to whatever you were last reading without navigating through your library. If you switch between 2 or 3 books at once, and you want to quickly change between books, this gesture gets you there in one swipe. This is one of those features that will leave you asking, how didn't I know about this sooner? Because I just stumbled across it one day, and now I use it all the time. But if you were like me, now you know. And here it is, secret number 10. The one that I said would add reading time to your day without changing a single habit. This one is called Instapaper. Instapaper is a free service that lets you save articles, blog posts, and long reads from the web and transfer them to your Kobo. All you need to do is connect your Instapaper account to your Kobo under the More tab, and every article you've saved syncs directly to your device and appears in your article list. Not in a separate app, not behind a browser, on your Kobo, ready to read on e-ink. Reading long articles on a phone screen is uncomfortable enough that most of us never get through our saved reading lists. But on e-ink, with your font settings and warm light and no notifications, the experience is completely different. Articles that would have sat in your save list for months get read. That's where the extra reading time comes from. These are articles you've already decided you wanted to read, but maybe you've put them off or decided not to simply because you didn't want to read them on a phone or laptop screen. But now you can find all of those articles or any new ones that you come across and save them with Instapaper, and they'll appear on your Kobo device. That way, you get to read them with your personalized settings, so it's the most comfortable reading experience for you. So, 10 secrets that are already on your Kobo or ready to set up right now. My words, start building your vocabulary list today. Brightness swipe, so you never need a menu. Dark mode for evening reading. Font margins and line spacing set exactly how you want them. Header and footer customized to your preference. Collections to keep your reading list organized. Transfer documents via USB. Add your own custom fonts to your Kobo. The recently opened swipe gesture that nobody told you about. And Instapaper, turning your saved article list into reading you actually do. None of these require anything extra. It's all there, ready to go on your Kobo. And that's the beauty of devices like these. The longer you spend with them, the more tricks and tips you pick up that will make your reading more comfortable and more enjoyable. If you've enjoyed this video, I've also got a free guide for Kindle users too. That contains my 7 favourite Kindle tips to get the most out of that device. It's completely free and I'll leave a link in the description below. Subscribe for more Kindle and Kobo content as well as reading strategies more generally. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.